and welcome to my channel. Firstly, I want to apologise for if the sound's not particularly great. I'm clearly videoing in my car. I wanted to do this as one take just because I've been wanting to upload a video for a long time, but anxiety, depression, my mental health has been a reason for me not to do it. But you know, circumstances have forced me to go and do the things that I'm uncomfortable with. I'll also apologise if I stumble on my words or say a lot of ums and ahs. It's just because that's my, again, confidence in front of the camera and this being new to me. Here I go, I'm starting already. Why do I want to do this? I want to do this as a way of building my confidence, like many people are, but I want to be outspoken about mental health. How I got here today. I'm 43 years old, married to an amazing wife, and I've got two beautiful children. But life wasn't always like this. Once upon a time, you know, when I was a little kid, I suffered sexual abuse at the hands of a teacher, which I'm sure I'll talk more about in any future content. Coupled with that, growing up, I didn't know who my biological father was. I had a stepfather who adopted me, which you know, I'm all too grateful for everything that I received from him growing up. You know, he taught me a lot of good things, but not knowing who my biological dad was a missing part of my jigsaw puzzle, if you like. And these things have left a mark on me over the years. You know, fast forward into my adulthood, certainly my early adulthood, I joined the armed forces, the British Army, where I served for 12 years in different operational locations around the world. I was battling with depression all through my military career, as well as anxiety, confidence, and you know, like many young people, you mask that pretty well when it comes to drinking alcohol. But you know, whenever I drank alcohol or was under the influence of substances, that's when my true self came out. Again, something that seems to be very apparent with people that have inner demons. Again, fast forward towards the end of my career, and in 2015, my first child was due to be born. I was buying my first house, and a lot seemed to be coming at me all at once, a lot more than I could handle. So I found that a lot to take, and I didn't handle it the best way I could. I wasn't particularly great towards my then girlfriend, the mother of my daughter, and it you know, we were very much, I think it'd be safe to say we were on a rocky path at the time. But you know, we moved forward, and I got some help, professional help, as far as my mental health, and it kind of curbed it. It unearthed a lot of bad memories, but it helped at the time. Excuse me. Fast forward to 2019. You know, we had the start of the pandemic, and my wife and I, we decided to set up our own startup business in the fintech space, and a lot of fantastic experiences. It was, I felt at the time, a sense of purpose. We were doing things, certainly I was doing things that I'd never done before. I was very uncomfortable. We went and did presentations in the city of London, at the Barclays Centre, so some incredible experiences. And the business eventually enabled us to up sticks during the pandemic, and moved to Costa Rica, me, my wife and daughter, and we had some incredible experiences. In Costa Rica, that's where I found my faith, which again is, I'm sure there's plenty of content in itself, because anybody that's of faith, or certainly Christianity, will tell you that you seem to be battling more when you have faith in your life than as much as you battle but before having faith. But it's no secret I'm struggling right now, which is why I'm speaking to you, the audience, in the hope that there's people out there that can resonate with this, and I'm sure are going through their own struggles. So yeah, I found faith in some incredible people, and I've got plenty of testimonies of the people that have been there for us when times have been difficult. So, you know, in the last couple of years, we returned to the UK from Costa Rica to work on the business and try an attempt to sell the business. Things didn't necessarily go as well as what we would have liked with the business, but as you know, the experiences that we've had are just incredible. Some of the best learning experiences I think we've ever had. We learned how to raise capital investment for our business, and you know, work in sales. So many fantastic experiences there. But you know, that's kind of gave me some lease of life to try different things. So we arrived back in the UK just under 2 years ago, and I didn't want to come back. I felt like when I was leaving the UK to go to Costa Rica, I was leaving bad things behind, and the thought of coming back, knowing full well that I was going to be coming back to things that I didn't want to come back to. Needless to say, we had to. So you know, we came back, but a few months after we'd been back in the UK and didn't have anywhere to live, we were staying in Airbnbs and friends' places, like sofa surfing. It was kind of a bit of a surreal and difficult situation as a dad, as a husband, to have to be doing what we were doing as a family. And then through a church that we went to here in the UK, we had some people that we met that were amazing enough to rent as their property, which we're currently in now. But as I say, about 6 months into our return to the UK, my wife was pregnant with my second child, a little boy, and he's something. I'm smiling when I just talk about it now, because we all have a purpose, right? And I don't entirely know what my purpose is, but I know that I want to live for my children. Most definitely, I want to live for my wife too. And I think as a family, we want to have the financial freedom and just freedom of life that we had whilst we were living in Costa Rica. You know, we in many ways I feel like we've taken steps backwards coming back to the UK, but as a reminder that, you know, having our little boy, that's such an incredible reminder that we are going forward, albeit we had to come back to do the things, learn the things that we've learned. So this is where I am today. I'm talking to you guys now. It was difficult to go and do this video because I'm very self-conscious about how I look on camera. I don't think I'm very photogenic, but one of the questions I've been asking myself for a long time, not just in recent months but years, is, do I have any self-worth? do people really want to engage with me? Do people care? And it's not a nice feeling. I accepting that I have mental health problems is a difficult thing to talk about, but I can see that it's more widely accepted within not just a UK society but a global society to talk. And I'm hoping that by me speaking to you guys, anybody that's hearing this, that it will resonate with people that might be struggling themselves, because there is an objective, there is a goal for me. You know, my purpose is to help other people. And I think that's all of our purpose in general. You know, we can go and do all these wonderful things and have these wonderful experiences, which is what, you know, I definitely want. I want that for myself. I want that for my family. But I want it for other people too. And as I say, I know there's people that are going through, I'm sure, far worse than the things that I've gone through. And my aim and hope is to get people joining me on this journey, where I certainly want to give myself and my family a better life, or a life that we once had. But if I can help just a few people along the way get to the place that they want to be, I can't express how much of a huge achievement that will be, and how much fulfillment I'll get from that. If you are watching this, or if you do get a chance to watch this, I do appreciate it. And yeah, I'm sure the more confident I get in front of camera, I'll be able to give some more structured and informative content. But thanks for watching me on this video, and I'll speak to you on the next one.